Om Shanti. Good afternoon, good evening, good night to everyone from the Asia Pacific region. We are very fortunate to have our respected Divine Brother Brij Mohanji with us today on the webinar to talk on the topic Accepting My Part in the Drama. First of all, I would like to welcome Brij Mohan Bhai to this webinar on behalf of all the brothers and sisters of Asia Pacific centers. I would like to give a short introduction before he begins to talk to us. Brother Brij Mohan Ji came in contact with the BKs when he was 21. At the age of 39, he dedicated his life for the service of humanity, and he's a chartered accountant by profession. At present, Brother Brij Mohan Ji is Additional Secretary General of the Brahma Kumaris Mount Abu, Secretary of the Brahma Kumaris Educational Society, Secretary of the Raja Yoga Education Research Foundation. He is the chairperson of the Politician Service Wing. He is the chief spokesperson of the Brahma Kumaris and much sought speaker and telecaster. He is the editor of the Brahma Kumaris monthly magazine Purity. His wisdom has touched and inspired many around the world. He is widely traveled all over the world. Brother Brij Mohan Ji, we are looking forward to hear from you. If you have any question as he would be speaking to us, please send your question to the chat box. It will be answered after Brij Mohan Bhai speaks. So over to Brij Mohan Ji. Om Shanti.
कहाँ देखना? अच्छा. Om Shanti. Om Shanti to everyone. I am very happy to be in Australia without any visa or passport. It's very nice. I am seeing the acquainted faces. I do not know whether you are there or not, but all the memories are coming to my mind. I had come to Australia with Dadi Prakash Mani Ji. Now we have been sort of waiting to have this meeting, and I remember that Brahma Baba had small sentences for various topics, and those sentences contained divine wisdom. Just for today's topic, Brahma Baba used to have a small saying. It was headed like, "Not worth not a penny." That was the heading, and below that it was written, if being an actor in this world drama, you do not know your role, you do not know the role of main actors and the creator and director of the drama, your life is worth not a penny. So this used to contain the essence of what we are going to share today. Now if we look at the situation in the world, what we find is that what type of a drama it is, that just people are pushed to the stage and there is a crowd, there is no script, there is no duration, nobody knows anything, and they just start acting according to whatever they find in front of them, behind them, around them. And suddenly they are pulled back also. So they do not have any feeling at all. They are like, item actors. In this world all people come, they do not even have the distinction between the actor and his costume. So, this is going on this crazy world. But at least when we talk of my role, the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are blessed that they know who is the actor, that is the soul, and we also know about the rest of the thing is a costume, and this is one scene. Our one life is just one scene in the whole drama, and we had previous story and we are going to have story beyond, and the whole script is known to us, as well as the role of main actors in this world drama, its director and creator. The question is accepting my role. I do not know whether we have option to accept or reject my role. That is number one. This is my question. Secondly, I remember a real happening that took in my life about 50 years ago. I was attending a function in the city of Jaipur, and I had come out and was sitting on grass. And suddenly I thought there was a blade of grass in front of me. I thought, if this blade of grass was not there, what difference it would have made to the universe and to the world and to the city of Jaipur. Just I casually thought, and suddenly it dawned on me, oh, it has a great significance. It has made me to think about what I am thinking. So I then felt that yes, everything has significance. So therefore, one thing is that when it is a drama, the drama means that each and every bit of the drama is important and has significance. The only thing is, when we talk of this subject, accepting my role, I presume it means that the role that I have been assigned or I have got, do I like it or do I not like it? So for that, I will feel that in a normal drama also, what does an actor get out of the role? He gets appreciation most of all, because actor may get money or income, but what he is seeking out of the role in the drama is applause. And you know, when people stand up and give standing ovation and applaud the actor and say once more, actor in the seventh sky. So therefore, actor gets appreciation as well as income. Now, let us ponder that actor is acting any role. Can he not get appreciation and earning or income out of any role? So it depends upon performance. So basically, if we want the role to be acceptable to me, I can keep in mind that the role doesn't matter. What I am going to get out of the role is satisfaction, appreciation, as well as income. So it all depends on performance. I may get the role of Ravan, I may get the role of Ram, I may get any role, but as long as I perform it to the best of my ability and people appreciate it, they enjoy it, they get some inspiration from it. If I am a Ravan, I should be really like a Ravan. I should not be like Lakshman. You know, once it so happened that Ram Leela was being played and a very ferocious Ravan was on stage. He was laughing loud and speaking so loud that children would be frightened and will start crying. So one person went to the stage and said, Ravan, why you are doing like this? Look at the children and the people, they are frightened. Why don't you become like Lakshman? He looks so nice, so innocent, so attractive, he speaks softly. Then Ravan smiled. The director said, if Ravan becomes Lakshman, can this drama be completed? No, because you have to have a Ravan and a Lakshman both to complete the drama. So therefore, first of all, I must appreciate that my role in drama, whatever it is as important as of anyone else. And my job is to perform it to the best of my ability. And if I perform well, even a villain, if he performs the role so well, will be appreciated. So he will get further roles also depending upon his present performance. So to accept our role, we should see it is not accepting only. One may be given a seat or a power or authority or anything. What is important is how does he perform. If he performs it better than the expectations of people, then he is appreciated. So I feel that we should always welcome any role and see that I can perform all roles to the satisfaction of all, to the appreciation of all. That is why an actor is called a hero actor. There are many actors, but what is the difference between a hero actor and other actors? A hero actor can perform all roles, different types of roles very well. He can become a king in one drama, he can become a porter in another, he can become a doctor or a patient equally well. And when he is a doctor, actor doctor, he performs better than a doctor. That is why people pay money to watch his drama. So I feel that this is the situation. We should, first of all, I have no option. Secondly, I can welcome any role if a seed of rose can extract fragrance even when sown in a heap of rubbish. Why can I not draw appreciation and also emolument from any role? Now this is about the roles in the world and the actors and like that. We Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, we are most fortunate that we have been selected as actors in this real drama, world drama, by the director and the creator to perform a altogether separate category of role which is not assigned to most of the other souls. So Baba says, you are Ananya, you are one of a few of millions and billions. So first of all, I should feel fortunate. What to say of accepting? I should feel so grateful to the drama and to the creator that I have been given at least a role which is entirely different, which is on a different dimension altogether, and the appreciation and the emolument that I or any BK will get out of this role is beyond description. Not only present when the role is being performed, because the actor knows that what he is going to get out of it, but also while performing itself, the person feels so exalted and so out of body and so angelic that the first of all it is so much compensated while performing itself. And when you see the future benefits, you become not only you are appreciated or get some money, you become worship worthy you and for generations, and you cannot count the wealth that you get out of it, and even after that ends, even your statues or even your what may call idols are worshipped throughout the drama. So much appreciation no actor can get in this world. So, in fact, we should feel very grateful and feel so exalted that we have this role, and each one of us is very important because we know that every soul is unique. All of us know that no soul can replace the other. Our thumb impressions are different. There may be millions and millions of souls taking so many times of births and rebirths. Still, the designer is so supreme that we have different thumb impressions, not only from each other, but even birth after birth. So, such is the fine difference and distinction between the roles. But whatever role I have been assigned, what happens is that if I start comparing my role with another person's role, the BKs don't do it, but people in the world do it. They look at the costumes, they look at, if you are made a king in a drama or a porter in a drama, and you start thinking that I am a real king or a real porter, then one can feel miserable or one can feel exalted. When a person knows I am an actor only, I am neither the king nor the porter, I am a different being, I am a different entity altogether, then there is no question, no reason, because by mistake if I identify myself with the role, as people in the world do, if they have the role of a porter, they start thinking I am a real porter or I am a real king. And if you feel you are a real king and your drama role is over and you are asked to remove your robes and the crown, and you start crying, oh, you are depriving of my kingdom and my kingship, then the trouble arises. So, in our case, that is not so. We are different entity, and we can be in any role, we can be comfortable because we are all-rounders, and all roles are important in the drama. That is why the creator and director and the drama has selected us, few of us, to be in such position. So, we should rather be grateful, and we also know that this role we perform so well that in the next drama and the next drama and the next drama, in ad infinitum, we keep on getting the same role. So much our role is appreciated. Om Shanti. हो गया? हाँ? This is the gist of what I wanted to say, but to explain it further, why this question of accepting my role arises. Because life is not a bed of roses, and no role is there without any obstacles. No drama can be made unless it has got ups and downs, it has got situations. So, what happens is, while performing my role, I get into some adverse situation, or I am being given some remarks by others about my role, then it is possible for me to feel disturbed. When I am performing a role so well, maybe there are so many people, out of their own weakness, they may feel jealous about my role, and just to pull my legs or pull me down, they may pass some unpleasant remarks which are actually not applicable. So, what happens if I take those remarks to my heart then I start feeling it was better that I had not accepted this role, or it was better that these people had not come to watch my drama or something like that. So, you see the case of a tightrope walker in a circus. It's a very, he has to balance very delicately to cross the rope, and he knows that he has crossed this rope number of times. So, he is very confident and he has to balance, but there is audience, and audience are watching him for the first time, and they think that he is leaning off the left side. So, he will say, oh look, he is going to fall, and he is listening. But he ignores that voice, because he knows his job is to perform and not to listen to remarks, otherwise his concentration will be disturbed. So, the best thing is to ignore all criticism and all appreciation. Even if there is appreciation, I take it to my heart, then sometimes my concentration can go wrong. So, therefore, one has to keep a balance, and one has to be concentrated on my role and my performance and not bother about anything else, because there is a saying, all is well that ends well. So, when nothing succeeds like success. So, when I have performed, then only I will get my final judgment from others. If on the way I start looking to the remarks of people, they may be motivated in different ways, they may be colored. So, I have to ignore all that, then I will appreciate my role. Then also, when I start on to learn acting, one does not become an actor without practice. Practice makes an actor perfect. So, while I am in the process of learning, and before I have got my fame and my expertise, it is also possible I am on a trial, and while you are practicing, so many ups and downs will come. Even when one learns bicycling, he will always have 2 or 3 falls. So, at that time also there is possibility of feeling discouraged, and one may start thinking, let me give up acting altogether. I remember when I went to learn harmonium, and I was having my elementary lessons. I used to press each key very strongly, and I could not bring out a tune, and I saw the teacher used to play the harmonium joyfully and bring out nice tunes. In the beginning I got discouraged. This is called teething troubles. So, we have to also take this factor into consideration. Rome was not built in a day. Nobody becomes perfect in one day, and Baba says, we all know in the drama that this is a very, very precious drama, and this even presently all of us who have accepted our roles joyfully, we are also gaining perfection. And the beauty of this drama is that all this is rehearsal. All the confluence age our performances are rehearsal, and when we become perfect, then the real drama will start in the golden age. So, therefore, we should take this factor into consideration, and we should always feel encouraged. I remember a small story that a person was teaching his son to arithmetic, to add, and he asked his son, if we add 80 and 60, what will it make? And the son said 210. And the father applauded him and appreciated him and said, give him a chocolate, he is so brilliant boy. He said 80 and 60, 210. This person is appreciating his child. First of all, the person who was noticing it thought I should not interfere, but then he could not help himself. He said, sir, what you are teaching him? 80 and 60, and he is saying 210 and you are appreciating. He said, you do not know the whole story. Yesterday he said 260. So he is improving. So that is the way we have to take our role, and everything will be okay. Om Shanti. ठीक है क्या? इंटरएक्टिव हैं. हाँ हाँ जी.
Om Shanti. First of all, thank you, Bhai Sahib, for enlightening us that it's not the role that is important, but how we enact our role, which you said it's a very new thing for us to really pay emphasis on our role. But we have a question from the viewers. One of the viewers wants to know that how do I know my unique role and what is the yukti to understand my unique role in the drama?
First of all, the role that has been assigned to me has been assigned to me only. Okay? So it is a unique role. Secondly, whatever role has been assigned to me, it is for me to make it unique by standing out.
So if I am not able to, because I remember when I was working and I wanted to dedicate myself, I had this point of indecisiveness whether I should continue, because people was telling me you should continue this way servicing, that you are doing your lock-kick job also and you are doing Baba's service also, you are an example in front of the world that you can be in job and practice all the disciplines. But from inside I always wanted to surrender, and then finally I did. So for people who are in such dilemma, how do I recognize what is Baba wanting through me, what is the call of time, and how do I see my role in this drama? What should I be doing?
You see, this is a very important question. First of all, we are thinking that I took a decision. You are thinking that there were two options and were very fine options, and you took a decision. Hai na? Okay. Don't you think, after all, that decision was based on something? You decided. So, whatever way you decided is the drama. So, therefore, we should not think that my small little individual decisions I am deciding. There is a whole lot of, like an iceberg, there is a whole lot below the water. And so, therefore, the way drama goes is the way it should go. So, sometimes we start getting confused between right and wrong. We say, sometimes we say, did I take the right decision? Say, you have surrendered your life, okay? Now, you are very comfortable in your job, you were appreciated, and when you surrender your life, you are new to this life whole time, and you will have some teething troubles. So, possibly, you may in the beginning start thinking, did I take the right decision? There I was so honored and respected. Here I am feeling belittled and all the people are ignoring me. My seniors are not bothering about me. But then you will find again, most people, they know that slowly we will also become like that. And like that, drama flows in a natural way. In any drama, any viewer, what will he like? A viewer in the drama will like that the drama should flow naturally. If there are jerks in the drama, or if the drama is not logical, then nobody will appreciate. No one will appreciate the script of a drama where such things happen suddenly and without any reasoning. So, everything is based on logic and reasoning. Even a downfall has a reasoning. They say the way to hell is paved with good intentions. People are moving towards hell, but they have all have good intentions. This is drama. So, we should always take that drama is a drama and it can go either way. That is why it is called a drama. If one start expecting victory all the time, victory will come only in the end. You know, the drama, if the climax of drama comes in between, drama will end. So, the climax will come always in the end, that is called drama. So, we start thinking the path to be the destination, and that is why we get confused.
But Bhai Sahab, sometimes we might understand it in this way that drama will unfold itself automatically, so I can just wait and watch. So then what is the difference in role and destiny? Do I have to create my drama? Do I have that power, or shall I only be a kind of a spectator of the drama and wait for the right occasion to come?
We may think anyway, but drama will make you work. Say now we are sitting here, we start thinking that it is lunch time and we have to get lunch. So, we decide that we will sit here, we will not go for lunch and let us see how the lunch comes. Okay? Then what will happen?
It might not come.
Yes. So, therefore, after some time you will think, no, they say even the birds get their food free, but they have to fly far. So, therefore, drama will make you work. A drama cannot be still and static. If you know drama comes to a standstill, the audience will start whistling. So, therefore, it will make you work. So, it is only our way of thinking that if I let things happen naturally, because natural is that you will do something. A being cannot remain without thinking even for a second. Even if I decide not to think, I am thinking. So, therefore, we should take the natural thing naturally.
But sometimes, Bhai Sahab, that this is a very nice point, that even if it is there in drama, it will make us work in that way. But sometimes we see that some people, maybe they are born with some physical challenge or some mishap must have happened in their, and when they come to know about the drama, especially the repetition of the drama, that it is going to be repeated. So, isn't it very uncomfortable for them? How do they accept their role in that case?
They should always think it could be worse. Once I went to Bombay, and there was a good couple coming to class every day, but the sister told me for last 1 week they are not coming because their young son has died in road accident coming to the center. He was coming to the center, but he met a road accident and died. So, they took me to his house to comfort them. So, after doing all the other things, I told them that you are people in Gyan, you know, supposing that son had not died instantly and he had got just badly injured and gone to hospital, and after 30 days he would have left body and you would have been suffering all the time, which is better? So, then they understood we should always think it could be worse. So, you will feel comfortable. You know, they say a person did not have shoes and he said, I have no shoes. Then he saw a person who had no feet. He said, I am better than him. So, like that it is to be.
Thank you, Bhai Sahab. And sometimes we often say and we often feel that, oh, we wish we could have been at that time of the drama when the creator Brahma Baba, Shiv Baba were in Sakar form. So, how important do you feel it is to, because Baba often speaks in Sakar Murli also, that the actor must know the director. So, knowing the director, we know it. How important is that first of all? And for an actor to be with the director, how important is that for the actor?
No, it is the actor who has to act. It is like a student and the examiner. A student is taught by the teacher, but student cannot ask the teacher to appear in exam. Similarly, a director directs the actor, and it is for the actor to learn what is being directed, and he has to perform. Secondly, your question that people say that if it was so well if we had come in Brahma Baba's time. Supposing they had come in Brahma Baba's time and Maya took them away, was that better, or they come now and they are staying? So, you have to see the best part of everything, and then we will see that what drama is giving me is the best.
So, what help do I get if I understand the director of the drama and his directions in the drama?
You will be performing better. Your performance will be very nice, because when you feel that someone is watching, someone is guiding, and someone has guided and is watching what you are performing, you are very careful and attentive, and that is the time to learn. And if one becomes lax and thinks that nobody is watching me, nobody taught me anything, just as today's people are doing, why they are violating certain usual norms also? Because they think that nobody is watching, everything is happening like a rule of jungle. So, they are suffering. The best thing about a person is when nobody is watching, how does he act?
Thank you, Vaisa.
Okay.
And we have got a very unique question today from one of the viewers. They want to know how important it is to be attached to the detached and be detached to the attached.
This is only jugglery of language. Actually, simple thing is, one has to learn when to be attached, for how long to be attached, where to be attached, and when to detach. Baba has told us that the perfection will come when we are able to take our mind to wherever we want and keep it there for as long as we want and withdraw it at will. So, there lies our yardstick, and we have to come up to that level. You will find that I can easily get into something, but am I able to withdraw out of it also? So, maybe either out of pressure or out of attraction, I am now not able to withdraw. Supposing a talkative person comes and sits with you, you are doing some important work. It will be discourteous not to talk to that person, and also you know that if you sit, you will lose your time. So, you have to inside create such vibrations that both the purposes are served. It is like that.
Thank you, Vaisa. And we have a question again from the viewers. So, they say that if everything in the drama is fixed, as you also said, so then we know that the Sri Lakshmi, Sri Narayan, those positions, that seat is already booked, it's already fixed. So, does it mean that we cannot become like that? And then what's the use of, not the use actually, this is I am asking, because sometimes we get these questions. Baba says in the Murli that you have to become Lakshmi and Narayan, but that's already fixed in the drama. So, how do we justify that?
I see. This question requires a long answer, but I will try to answer it. First of all, the knowledge of fixed drama is given to us to enable us to change the drama. I will repeat. The knowledge of fixed drama is given to us to help us to change the drama. For instance, one fine morning, I am a little lazy and I think that I will do my morning yoga in my bed itself, and why go to the class? If I go to class, I can give lot of logic. I am lazy, I will disturb the vibration of the yogis. I am ready to do my yoga in my bed. Suddenly, this point flashes on my mind that yesterday Brij Mohan Bhai was telling us about drama, and he said drama will repeat. Oh, if I become lazy now, it is not one time, but I will be lazy every kalpa. So it is, I should be very careful. And he changes his mind and goes to the class. Has he changed the drama or not? This is the purpose of giving knowledge of the fixed drama. And then the second part also, you had asked something.
About Lakshmi Narayan.
Yes,
So,
Lakshmi Narayan. Now Baba says, there is a rosary. I am giving a short answer, otherwise it requires a long answer. There is a rosary, and rosary has got, let us take only 8 beads because there are 8 Lakshmi Narayan couples. Okay. Now first Lakshmi Narayan is Lakshmi Narayan. Number 2 is not Lakshmi Narayan, but he is next to Lakshmi Narayan, almost like Lakshmi Narayan. That is number 2 bead. Number 3 is not Lakshmi Narayan, but is like the second bead of Lakshmi Narayan, the like of. So he that is soul is in the rosary. So all the 8 are like Lakshmi Narayan. So it is called becoming Lakshmi Narayan. So all the 8 belong to the same category. The 9th one will not be in that rosary, he will go to the next rosary. And all the 8 will take their turns to become Lakshmi Narayan. Similarly, even if I am a subject in the golden age, it is not an ordinary attainment, even to be an ordinary subject be a golden age. A king of the silver age has lost so much, and he cannot be a subject of the golden age because that is the first day of the first new year. So therefore, everything is unique, everything has its own speciality, and when we say all of us go to golden age, there are so many boons of the golden age which everyone will get. Long life, no ailment, all healthy situations, and no suffering, no feeling of, is it less than that? You know, today there may be a king, even in today's Murli it was there may be a king, but he may be suffering. So we have to put in the proper context.
when Baba says that you have to become like Lakshmi Narayan,
Okay, Baba says, although the Lakshmi Narayan is fixed, there are many Murlis of Baba. You reach to that level, I will add more beads to the rosary. Baba has offered, because it is open offer of Baba. If you become like Lakshmi Narayan, I will make 2 thrones of Lakshmi Narayan. Baba knows that although you may try, you will not be. Baba's offer is open. So therefore, Baba has already said that you attain and I will give you. Don't worry about the fixed post. Anyone can try.
and Baba Sahib, what is the difference between role and a part? Are they the same, role and part in drama?
Yes, it is for us to see the distinction. It means the same thing. It's just a same word for it. Role means a little more, because role means I should know the whole script of the drama and know my part in it, so that I can put it in the proper context. And part is like a small actor, he has to just give a cup of tea and go out. So he only is bothered about this is my part, he doesn't bother about, and he doesn't enjoy also the drama. He is only a bit part. So if one knows the whole and become a part of the whole, that is something different. And if one thinks that it is my only this part and does not connect with other things, that gives less satisfaction.
Very enlightening, Bhai Sahib, role and part, the difference between the two. And Bhai Sahib, Baba tells us about our role in the drama and not just the part that we are playing right now. So knowing everything, all of this, and then Baba tells us to become soul conscious. So role conscious to soul conscious, because we know our role in the drama. So what is that special yukti, that special method or purusharth that we have to do, so that although knowing the role, we don't become role conscious and remain soul conscious?
No, you can be soul conscious, and then if you perform any role, you will perform better. If you just become role conscious, although you know a soul, something will come in between. That is called attachment. There is a surgeon. A surgeon is performing surgeries, hundreds of patients, very successful surgeon. Okay? He is a surgeon, he is the role of performing surgeries. His own son is brought to the table for surgery. Does it make a difference? He will start, oh, my son. So, which means now he is he knows, but attachment comes in. So, if you are soul conscious and you perform your role, you will be performing it better and you will be performing it without attachment. And if you become role conscious, although you are soul conscious, then this attachment will come in between.
And Bhai Sahab, there are sometimes many people around us who are not following Baba's Srimad, who do not understand what the vices are, what right is, what wrong is. And out of ignorance, because Baba says this is a vicious world, and Baba says we too have been performing acts out of vices since so many births, in the past 63 births, 63 lives. So when we have this knowledge of drama, and when we understand, for example, Baba says lust is the greatest enemy. And when we see somebody acting as per those vicious intentions, how do we then maybe try to explain them, or maybe then we say that drama is beneficial also? But if lust is the enemy, and if that person is under the influence of that particular vice, how do we say drama is beneficial for them?
I have not understood. A person is having a vice, okay? And you want to say that how the drama is beneficial to that person?
Yeah, we have got a question in the chat.
Okay, no problem. So, you see, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. The only thing, there has to be a breaking point for that person to awaken to that sin. So, that all of us were in the same boat, and then if the same knowledge was given to us, say not at the end of Kal Yuga, but in the beginning of Kal Yuga, although that was a vicious area, would we have taken that as seriously as now? No. Because it is a befitting time. Sins cause suffering, and there is a limit to suffering, and when that limit is crossed, then many people go to commit a murder, the police cannot catch them, they go to the police station and confess. What makes them to confess? Because although only they know their crime, but they feel now like their head is coming out. Similarly, that is beneficial, because ultimately that person is reaching that stage, जिसको कहते हैं पाप का घड़ा, the pitcher will be full, then only it will break. So you can take it in that sense.
And Baba also.
And also, a sinner has been living with sinners, he doesn't know. Black color doesn't know with black. When he comes in contact or closer to the pure people, he can get a mirror, and that person can understand, and he will change.
But we have to remain our soul, we have to maintain our soul conscious stage and pure wishes for such a person also.
Definitely, because a person who has pure wishes will have pure wishes. Simple thing is, there is no choice. A pure person with pure wishes will always have pure wishes for anything. A rose flower will be rose flower giving fragrance in any situation. You throw it in a dustbin, it will still give fragrance. A person with mixed wishes will have mixed wishes, and person with bad wishes will have bad wishes. So it's no question of should or what. I have to see what I am, and I cannot change through the situation. The situation will change according to me.
And that is how Shiv Baba also, he knows our past, he knows everything that we are still doing, but still he is always having that pure vision for us, for all the children.
Yes, that is why he is the purifier.
And we also have now a question from a viewer, that what is the role of Shiv Baba right now as both the Sakar and Avyakt? We have seen the change of the form from Sakar to Avyakt, and even now that we see a change in how Baba meets us, it's getting subtler and subtler day by day. So someone is asking that what do we feel, what is the role of Shiv Baba now?
The role of Shiv Baba is the same as it was. Shiv Baba wants us to become souls, and therefore earlier Shiv Baba was in the physical body, and we could, in the physical body, wanted us to recognize Shiv Baba in the physical body. Then slowly and slowly Baba wanted us to know that I am in the physical body, this is not my body, I have come in this body. So you are also different from your body, you have to leave this physical body. And then Baba, there are two steps, not straight from physical body to soul, but there is a subtle body in between to help us. Now we are all having this chat or talk. How we are having? Only through subtle bodies. The physical bodies are just images, okay? All are listening. But say Brother Charlie is there, for example. We can see his face on the screen, but who is actually listening? It is Charlie. So we can understand that, we can recognize that this is the soul of so and so listening in this. So Baba is helping us to come from physical to incorporeal. There is a in between to make it easy for us. That is why Baba comes in the subtle form, and we are also in the subtle form. The meeting can be easier. But finally, we have to, just as we have to leave the physical, we have to leave the subtle also, reach the incorporeal. But that is too incorporeal, so one has to practice. So it is easy to practice from corporeal to subtle and subtle to incorporeal. Baba's role is the same. He wants us to take to the incorporeal.
So Baba's change in although the role is same, but the part of Baba that is changing is to make us practice the same.
No, it already changed. Earlier Baba used to be in Brahma Baba's body.
Yes.
Then Baba came in the Gulzar Dadi's body. There is a change. Baba coming in Gulzar Dadi's body, who is a female, Brahma Baba is a male. We were made to feel and experience the subtlety of it. And beyond that, now Baba says, you also have to leave this physical, just as in dream we are having all the real feeling. Similarly, in subtle you can have the real feeling, but it is easier to move from subtle to the incorporeal. Baba's role is the same, to take us to incorporeal.
And we have got a question, two questions in fact.
We have to change our role,
Yes.
not Baba is changing his role.
So he's making us practice the way he
yes,
is doing.
yes.
Thank you, Bhai Sahab. And we've got two questions from two viewers who want to know a bit more about the karma philosophy which is ingrained in this drama. Because we see sometimes, if we see from we don't have the knowledge of the drama, and we see the rich is becoming richer, the poor is becoming poorer, and then when we come to know that it's fixed in drama, we feel, what about the good things that we did? When do we get the fruit of those good things? So someone wants to know a bit about the karma philosophy, if you could just explain that.
No, apparently rich is becoming richer. But first of all, when he was rich and another one was poor, was the happiness index in both? Both were suffering or not? The rich was suffering in his own way because he was rich. Rich die of overeating, poor die of starvation. So therefore, they were both suffering. So if a poor becomes more poor, he will die quicker of starvation. A rich becomes richer, he will die quicker of overfeeding. So where is the controversy? So basic thing is, we don't see the resource. We see what is coming out of the resource. So then we will understand even if you are loaded with riches, how much riches you can really utilize. Say I can buy the food of whole of Australia, okay? How much I can ingest, how much I can, very little. So the extra is only a burden. Supposing a person is asked that an angel makes your body weight 4 times, will anybody accept? No. But if an angel is asked, you give him 4 times more money, everybody will agree. But it is a similar burden, but they don't understand. So if you try to understand the subtlety of karma philosophy means I should get liberated, get rid of extra burden. So people, because they do not know, they are welcoming extra burden, thinking that they become porters, but they think they are richer. This is the position.
Thank you, Vaisa, for explaining it with that lighter note. And any message for our family in the Asia and the Australia region?
The message is simple. The drama says, right is right, wrong is also right. If we understand this, that drama means to go beyond right and wrong, rise above right and wrong, which means to be equanimous in victory and defeat, gain and loss, and that is the learning from drama.
And Achanak, as Baba says, so we have to, how can we be Trikaldarshi when we listen Achanak?
No, Achanak means it is a fortune teller or an astrologer telling you in advance what can happen. The other astrologers, they don't tell the truth, but Baba has told the truth that you can be deprived of all this what you are seeing suddenly, and everybody knows, because these are the times of untimely death. So Baba says complete anything Achanak. So we are also closing this conversation Achanak.
Thank you, Vaisa.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Brata Brijmohanji, giving us beautiful, very entertaining, enlightening session today to the BK family of Asia, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji. From our heart, once again, thank you so much. So we will stay a few minutes in Baba's remembrance to finish this session.
Chitti?